Hello, everybody, and welcome to the, I guess we're going to call it the Halloween rendition of the Votacall One webinar series. I am Dan, otherwise known as Josie Wales for the afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. Actually, I doubt any of you it's the afternoon yet. So we are East Coast right now. So, and I'm with Kyle. Kyle?
Hello.
Okay. And Kyle is, he's a bear.
Thunder Buddy.
And, a Thunder Buddy. So when we started talking about this webinar, I made the joke that that we should wear costumes, and I was kidding. I was on a call with a client a few minutes ago, and they said, "Wait, is today the one where you're wearing the costumes?" And I was like, "Oh my God, that went out in the email." So anyway, had to hustle up a costume. It's not much of a costume, actually. I do wear this on occasion. I am. Little known fact, I sing in a band. We were just nominated for a Boston Music Award for Best Country Act, as a matter of fact. So
awesome. Very good.
Maybe this is a costume, maybe it's not. We're psyched that you guys are here. We're going to talk about some fun stuff. Again, every month we go through this. You can always check out our previous webinars. And with that, I'll do some housekeeping here. We'll move down to links. And if you click down in the bottom right where it says links, if you don't see where it says links, you click on apps and then links. But if you make your screen a little bit bigger, you'll see the links tab. And in the links tab, you'll see a link to our support. So that's our 24/7, 365 stateside support that you all have access to at any time to talk about whatever you want. You probably could call up one of our guys and ask about the weather, and they'll probably tell you about it. Below that is the Votacall One webinars, which started me saying this. So you can go watch our previous webinars. And we'll talk a little bit about how we ended up on this one today in just a minute. But below that, the My Votacall portal, which is the key to our webinars, what we always like to get people thinking about is that you have this portal available to you that has all this stuff in it. And today we're going to just touch on a lot of little things rather than stay hyper focused on one thing. You've got the Votacall One training library, which will get you through any videos on how to do some of the things that we're talking about. So as we go through these things today, there's probably a little, micro video on how to do some of the things that we're talking about. The Votacall values, which is our value system, which keeps us honest as individuals. If you get off a phone call, if you have a conversation with a customer and you go read that and you didn't do it right, then you know where you're at, and that's what keeps us customer centric, I think you'd say. So CX is pretty big over here. It is going to be the difference between us and everybody else, and we always try to focus on that. So below that, our customer love page, and I throw this out there every one of these. If you'd ever love to tell your story with Votacall and be on our customer love page, a little advertising for your business and a little advertising from us. We are not one of the big marketing firms, so it's always great when somebody can come and do that for us. And right below that, our LinkedIn. So if you could go over there, if you haven't already, find the like button or the follow button or whatever it is called on LinkedIn and give it a smash or a click or a whatever. We'd love that. So that is the links. To the right of the links tab is the polls tab. And if you'd love to jump into the polls tab, Kyle's going to tell you a little bit about the poll today. Kyle, what do we got?
We got some scary villains in there. Might not have all of them, but go over there, take a look, and let us know who you think is the scariest.
Is Kyle as a Thunder Buddy for life in there? And is it on the list? I haven't looked yet. So, all right. So, all right. Jack from The Shining, Pennywise, Jason Voorhees. Oh, yeah, they're ugly. There's some.
They're ugly already.
Michael Myers, good old Dracula. Oh, Freddy. Oh, Freddy is there. Freddy was the most terrifying for me as a kid because
that Leatherface with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he was a good one too.
Yeah, but going to sleep, it's tough.
Yeah,
anyway, we've also got a questions tab. Any questions as we go through this, please remember that if you have questions about how to do something, if there's something that we say that's interesting to you today and you want to talk about it, just fire off a question and we'll get back to you. You can always email support later and we'll get back to you there. So without further ado, I will hand this off to Kyle and he will start our presentation here. He's going to run you through the first couple and then you'll hear back from me in a minute. Don't forget about questions. The only people who can see those are us. So you'll know what question you typed and Kyle and I will see it. So feel free to, write whatever you like in there.
Absolutely. So we're calling this one the Votacall Can Do That. Did you know edition? So we'll be taking a look at some items today. We're going to share some tips and tricks as we go through, show you the features, and of course, we'll have a slide with resources training materials, which you can also find in the links tab. So the first one we're going to discuss today is our text-to-speech engine. This is a great time-saving tool. So for admins, you have access to the auto-attendant menus instead of hiding off in the corner somewhere and trying to find a quiet place to do a recording and doing it 15 times until you get it right. All you have to do is simply type it in there, select a voice, and you get to play the voice before you select it, and then click save. And the beauty of that is that you can always go back and quickly edit it, type in what you want to say, click save, and that's all there is to it. So very easy, great tip and trick right there. Also at the admin level, you can use the text-to-speech engine for call queue messaging. You can do introduction messages to the queues. You can set up comfort messages as well. Then also at the person level, you can use the text-to-speech engine for your voicemail greeting. You don't have to dial in through your phone, mobile app, or web phone. You can go right to your portal, go to your voicemail tab, scroll down to the greeting section, simply type in what you want to have your voicemail greeting say. And you can also add multiple voicemail greetings too. And then from a drop-down within the portal, mobile app, and web phone under the greeting section, you can select which voicemail greeting you want folks to hear. We're going to be jumping the portal, of course, to show you guys these in just a little bit. Dan, anything to add on this one?
No, I think it's good to note, right? You can still do it the old-fashioned way, have it call your phone, use your phone. You can still change any of these greetings by actually recording something like on your iPhone, emailing it to yourself, and uploading it. But I think the biggest value for me on this one is, with our support team being 24/7, 365, you being able to say, okay, I want my auto attendant to say X, and just sending out what you want it to say in an email or opening a ticket. Our guys can immediately just take that information, take it, copy it, paste it, put it in, choose the voice that you already have your attendant in, or change it. And very quickly make those kind of adjustments for you guys on the fly. So for me, it adds a lot of value, not just for you, but for us on the back end of things as well. So
absolutely.
Right, next one.
All right. So call blocking. Of course, spam can be a problem, a little bit of a nuisance. We do have a solution for that. We can block numbers company-wide. Right now at this time, that is a request to support at Votacall.com or calling us at 888-247-5500. Let us know the phone number you want to block, and we can put a block in company-wide for you. You can also block phone numbers at your personal extension level via the portal. You would log into myvotacall.com. You would go to your answering rules tab, and over in the right corner, you would see a call block option. Then you could put the phone numbers you want to block in there, and you also have a little checkbox to block anonymous phone numbers as well. Anything else on this one, Dan?
No, I think that's it. Other than to say, I do know in the next release of the software that the company-wide blocking will actually be available to our office managers out there as well. So they will be able to go in and make those changes themselves. It is an off-requested feature. We added it in. We just haven't finished the interface yet, but that's coming soon.
Before we move on, we had a question come in. Dan, can we duplicate or mirror an extension?
Yeah, I'd want to understand exactly what you mean there, Gerald. But yes, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yes, we can. So, you can have multiple phones. All right. So, I mean, we have some finance firms, for instance, where like somebody in the firm might have 5 phones. There's a Fort Lauderdale office, an Aspen office, a New York office. Then we have the New York home, and we have the Hamptons house. So you got all 5 of those going on. So, and that's a mirror across all locations. If that's not, you know what we'll do? We'll reach out to you after this, and we'll just figure out exactly what you mean. And then we'll go from there. But yes, the answer is we can do some mirroring of extensions.
Excellent. Personal fax. If you have an extension on the Votacall One platform, you also can have a free virtual fax. Are you raising your hand? Oh, hey, Dan, you have a question?
What's a fax?
What is a fax? Yeah. It's that old thing you used to walk up to and put a piece of paper in to send to another machine.
Nice.
All right. Yes.
No, sorry, I had to. I couldn't help myself.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we can offer personal faxes. Absolutely. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no worries, no worries. So yeah, if you don't have a free personal fax today, we can get you one. We'll provide you a brand new fax number, get you set up, and you can send and receive faxes from your My Votacall portal. Inbound faxes would be stored in your fax tab in your portal and also sent to your email as a PDF attachment. So again, if you have the need for a personal fax, all you have to do is put an email to support@votacall.com or give us a call, and we'll get that set up for you.
Yeah. And sorry, I've joked around there, everybody. I know there's still need for faxes in a lot of different things, banking, government. There's still a lot of grandfathered in institutions that are still doing a lot of faxing. And sometimes, like, even if you're in sales, somebody might say, just fax me the quote, right? So this is an easy way to do it. You can do it from anywhere. You can log into the portal from anywhere, home, doesn't matter. So if you need to send a fax quickly from your computer, all you need is an internet connection and you're good to go. So, all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couldn't help the joke, though. I just couldn't help
it. That was a good one. That was a good one. Next up, we have an IVR. We call our IVR the chit chat system. If you look at your desk phone, you should have a chit chat button at the bottom left corner, bottom left button on your phone. So chit chat is a voice automated directory. So if you haven't pressed chit chat ever on your phone before, when you press it for the first time, it's going to ask you to record your name. Going forward, you press chit chat, it'll sound like this.
Welcome to chit chat.
Once you hear that ding, you can say a command such as call Dan. And if there's multiple Dans, it'll list off all the Dans and have you say which one you want it to call. So basically, it's an internal directory. You can press chit chat. And if you're a large company that has a lot of extension numbers, you're probably not remembering everybody's extension number, but we've got you covered here with the chit chat system. You can also dial chit chat from your web phone or mobile app by simply dialing 00.
Yeah. The other thing that we can do with our interactive voice response is an interactive voice attendant. So if you've ever called into Votacall, you can call in. You can actually say support. You can say sales. So we do have the ability to do that as well. And again, that's not something everybody asks for, but there are some people out there who do ask for it. So it is there for you to use at any time. So there's also some other interesting chit chat stuff that people have done in the past. We support some large retail organizations, and they can actually use chit chat to dial all of their stores. And we can do that by store number or store name. So again, there's just some interesting features and some cool stuff. When we were putting this one together, we said, okay, should we hyper focus on one feature and talk about it for 40 minutes or 35 minutes? We try to keep these to 35, and we do appreciate you guys being here, by the way. But today we just decided we do little things. So this is one of the things that came up that's there for you. If that sounds interesting, again, just shoot us a question right now, or alternatively, just open a ticket with support@votacall.com and let them know you're on the webinar, and we'll reach out. Oh, is this one mine? Is this where mine starts?
Yes, sir.
You were really quiet, so I'm guessing that this is where that starts. So conference bridges, right? So conference, we support conference bridges for any individual, right? So anyone in the organization that wants to have their own individual conference bridge, and we can put PIN numbers on those. We can password protect them for moderator and participants. We can make people announce coming and going. They are limited to 10 users each. But if you need your own conference bridge so that you can get people to come in, we can give it an extension number. We can even supply it with a DID, a direct inward dial number, so that you can just shoot out an email all the time. I know everybody uses Teams and everybody uses Zoom for these things these days. We are seeing some people want to come back and just use a voice bridge. They don't want to get all dressed up in their funny Halloween costumes and have people see their faces while they're talking, and they just want to use a good old-fashioned conference bridge. So a little bit easier, and there and available for you guys at any time. So if you need to. So free for up to 10 participants. We do have some solutions for over 10 participants as well. So if that's where you fall and that's what you're looking for, then again, just let us know and we'll walk you through what we can do. And there's also some really cool things that can be done with the conference bridges with regards to putting a button on a phone, taking passwords off, and using them like as a meet me room, even for just individual stuff, where maybe there's a standing Monday morning meeting between, the service department, and you just want everybody to just hit the button and they all just jump into the meeting from wherever they're standing at the time. People from outside can call in, so on and so forth. So again, Conference Bridge is a pretty cool feature of the phone system, and there for you if you guys need it. The music on hold library. And I'm going to show you this in just a couple minutes. I'm going to show you where it is, where it's located. We did do a full webinar on this when the feature first came out. So you can find that under the links tab and go to webinars and look for the one on the music on hold library. But we do have, if you hate the music that's sitting there right now, we hear some interesting things about it. So we created a little library of music that's free that you can download. And I'll actually go and show you in a few minutes how you do that, where you can do it. And then some of the other things, like Kyle had mentioned, that we can use the text-to-speech engine to do some custom messaging. So I'm going to show you guys that in just a minute as we move through this, and we'll go there. But for now, we'll just keep moving. So Votacall Go for call center agents. I'm also going to demo this. This is a new feature and one that we released with our last release. The music on hold was 2 releases ago, but this one was our last release. And so in the mobile app now, so we've always had in the portal, you've always had the ability to go to your phone, press a button, log yourself in and out of your call queues. You've always had the ability to go into the portal and log yourself in and out of your call queues. The web phone has always had access for you to go in and log yourself in and out of your queues. And so now what we've given you the ability to do is log in and out of your queues on the mobile client as well. So maybe you answer the main line all the time, but you're working from home and you're really not working, but you do want to stay logged into the mobile in case one of the employees wants to reach you, or maybe you're working on a project and you don't really want to answer the main line. You could just log yourself out of the main line right from your mobile client. So extending that to the mobile has always been important to us. We like to have a uniform feel from the desk to the portal to the web phone to the mobile client, so that you can kind of handle any of those tasks across all of them, so that you become truly, you have all the features no matter where you're working, and truly have that UX experience. So this is one of the things that we've added. And again, I'll show that to you in just a minute when I share my desktop with you. And then from there, hot desking. So hot desking and hoteling, we're seeing more and more of this come up. So do you have a shared office? Do you move from office to office? Do you work from home sometimes? Do you work out of a conference room, right? So the ability for people to go over to a phone, say, I want this phone to be me, and take that phone over. Not only have we figured out, how to do that, you can build templates so that those templates apply, and you can move from location to location. The reason I say we're seeing more and more of that is, the pandemic pretty much upended the corporate real estate world. There was a lot of people and really changed how people work. So it's not that people aren't going back to work. Some people have gone back to work completely. But it is that sometimes people are going back to work different days, different shifts, so on and so forth. So, if we have a 300-person organization now, we might not need 300 desks anymore. We might need 200. So we're seeing a lot of moves as people's leases come up, where they're moving into spaces where they're going to have a section of desks, 20 desks or so, that are going to be hot desking desks, and whoever wants can come into those desks and move in. So having this feature available to you is very, very helpful.
All right. Phone registrations for admins. Another tool in the portal. There is an inventory tab where you can see all of your devices. Devices meaning your physical desk phones. So whether you have Yealink, Polycom, desk phones, cordless phones, all your physical devices can be seen within the inventory tab under the phone section. And you'll see if they're online or offline. So you'll see all the devices, the extension they're assigned to, the MAC address. And to the left of them will either be a green check mark or a red X. Green check mark means it's good, it's online. If you see a red X, that means that device is offline. Perhaps it might need a reboot. If a reboot doesn't fix it, then you reach out to Votacall, support Votacall. So that is a great place to check your devices, make sure they're online and working and doing what they're supposed to do. Anything on this one, Dan?
No, I think that covers it. We'll obviously show you that in just a second. I'll actually grab that one, Kyle, because I'll be in that menu. So,
okay, sounds good. There's also a shared directory for admins. So as admin, under your users tab, you'll see right at the very top of the user section, there's a little button that'll say shared directory. And you can add contacts there. So anything you add to the shared contacts will appear in everybody's directory, whether it's on their physical desk phone, the directory in the mobile app, or the directory on the web phone. So great place. You can upload them in bulk. You can export them. You can add them one at a time. So great place for you to update your directory for all your users. Anything on that one, Dan?
No, I think, again, I'll grab that one too, since I'm going to be in that menu. So,
okay. Sounds good. Oh, and then you got this one.
Yes. We always joke about this one. This is a long-standing joke. I've been in telecom since, well, before I could grow a beard. And then I went through the telecom when I had a red beard, and now I'm in telecom in a different phase. But, we used to go out, and it is still true. We can still make coffee using the phone system. There are some devices that you can use that will do things like, their actual purpose isn't to make coffee, by the way. It's to do things like open doors, basically complete a circuit. But you can, with the right know-how, connect one of those to like your coffee maker. You can be driving into the office in the morning and call in, dial an extension. It'll complete the circuit and start your coffee maker. So when you arrive in the morning, I would suggest just buying one of those ones with a timer on it, but maybe you go to the office at different times and this is interesting to you, but just as a little fun, we wanted to let you know we could help you make your coffee in the morning. So
interesting.
Kyle didn't believe us, but it is true. So he has not been.
I still need to see it to believe it. Well, where are we heading next, folks?
Yeah, we're going to go to the My Votacall portal where we end up every one of these. So that we're going to log in. You can always go to myvotacall.com and log in with your credentials, either credentials that we provided you, your Google credentials, your Apple credentials, or your Office 365 credentials for single sign-on purposes. And Kyle's going to go ahead and get started here, and then I'll take over in a minute.
Excellent. So yeah, we'll go right down the list in order as we went through the slides. So we'll start with the text-to-speech engine. So as admins, you'll have access to the auto attendant menus, and you'll see our auto attendant here. And here's where you can edit the audio you want folks to hear. You can hit the little manage button. You'll get three options: the text-to-speech, upload if you have a recording already recorded, or you can hit the record button, have it call you at your extension. You can even put your cell phone number in there, have it call you, and then follow the prompts. But we're here to show you the text-to-speech engine. And the great thing about this, you can expand the window a little bit, but all you have to do is simply type in what you want your attendant menu to say. You have this whole list of different voices to choose from. You can select one, play it, hear it, make sure you like the voice. Once you find one you like, you can simply click save. Then at any time, you can come right back there and simply edit that menu. You can also do intro greetings. So intro greeting would be perhaps for emergency closings or holidays. You can come in here and set up your holiday greeting. So you would apply the time frame to this, which we've done time frames on a webinar previously. You select the time frame, type in the greeting you want folks to hear, simply click save, and then when your time frame is active, it'll play that intro greeting before it plays the primary menu. Another area would be call queues. So if you go to your call queues tab as an admin, you'll have a little edit music on hold button here. And you can add introduction message. And an introduction message would be played before calls are presented to the queue. And once again, you have the same options. You can text to speech, type in whatever you want your intro greeting to say, select that voice and click save. And you can do additional messages within the queue as well.
Yeah.
And you can do status updates. Again, text to speech. You can set intervals too as how often these greetings will play as well. And then for the personal level, you can use text-to-speech for your voicemail greeting. So as an end user, when you log into your portal, you'll land here. You'll have your messages tab. you'll have your settings tab here, and you can come right down to the greetings section, and you can do multiple greetings, but you can hit the little manage button here, edit the existing one, or add another greeting. Same 3 options. Text to speech, type in what you want your voicemail greeting to say, select that voice and click save. So that is our text to speech engine. The next option, which I was just right there, we'll take a look at the call blocking at the personal level. Again, if you want phone numbers blocked company-wide, please send an email to support@votacall.com. Let us the phone number. We will get that blocked for you company-wide. But at your personal extension level, you will go to your answering rules, and you have allow block. So you can click that button there. You have allowed numbers and block numbers. If you want to block a particular number, simply put that phone number in there, hit the add button, it'll add it and block it. And you can also do block anonymous numbers as well. So that's how you can block numbers at your personal level. Now that we're still here, let's take a look at our personal fax. So you'll see we have this fax tab here. And once it loads, you'll see your fax number here, and any inbound faxes would be delivered here, and you can download them. You can view the fax that came in. You can also delete them, manage them. You can also view your sent faxes, and it's real easy to send a fax. All you have to do is hit the blue send fax button. You're going to click browse, attach the document you want to fax, put in the fax number you're going to send to, and optionally you can click add cover letter, fill in the applicable fields, and click send, and that's all there is to that one. Another great thing about the fax is that inbound faxes would also go to your email, and they would look like this. Right here. So you'll see that Dwight received a fax. It came from this phone number here, and you have the PDF attachment right here of the fax that you received. So let's see. Back to, I guess you're up, Dan. You want to do conference bridges?
Terrific. I would love to do that. Hang on.
All right.
Can I get my theme music though to get me pumped up?
Oh, that's what I was just going to do right now.
All right. I feel better about this. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm ready. Okay, so Kyle was just on this screen. This is the music on hold screen. I am in the music on hold screen for a call queue itself, and he was talking to you a little bit about messages. So here's one kind of all built out. So you've got your introduction. You've got your, don't forget, you can always open a ticket by emailing support@votacall.com. Then there's a wait announcement. So that's all using that text-to-speech engine. Over on the left, I've got music. So the easiest way to add music is to click here. And when you do that, it'll ask you to browse for a file. Well, where do you get those files? Well, you can upload certain music. There is some music. There's a little disclaimer in there. It talks about the FCC. They are a fairly busy organization, but there are some laws and rules that apply to it. And I will just have you can read that little disclaimer when you decide what you want to put on there. But outside of that disclaimer, if you look up in the portal and you go up to where it has my name up here, and then it says apps and then Votacall support. By the way, if you click support at any time, it'll take you to the support page. You can email support, go to support.votacall.com or call us. It's also got some helpful links in there as well, but I'll jump back into here. And if I click on apps, so there's 3 things that I said we would cover here. The first is the user portal. You know, where the attendant console, you know, we said that we were going to cover though today. I said I would do 2 for Kyle, and that is the user phone list. And so I'll just start there and get Kyle's out of the way for you. So here's the user phone list. This also covers all of your registered phones, right? So as you go down here and you want to take a look at somebody, you can see like I've got a main phone, I've got the mobile phone and push is enabled, and then Teams, our Teams integration is registered for Roy, right? So that's his phone number. But you can also view just the basic phone list, which will take some of that registration information about. And from here, you can export this as an Excel, CSV, or PDF. So even though we have chit chat for you guys, there are some people who still want some, like a list that they can look at and run their finger down. This would be where you could do that. You could take this data very easily and organize it, but this is going to be all the extensions inside the phone system. So that is there for you. If you come up, so that'll cover the registrations that Kyle talked about, as well as the extension list. Okay, so if I come up in here again and I come down and I go to, by the way, so if I go to right at the bottom, music on hold library, and I'll click there. So here's a little library. So the first thing that you can do is you can listen to what these sound like, and you can click here and, you know, get a feel for what the music sounds like and decide, you know what, that's okay, that can represent my organization. Then you can click download. Okay, and from there it will play it again just to make sure you're downloading the right thing. And you can come over to the little menu here and you can click download. Once you have that downloaded, you can return to your portal, come into here, click add music, and then browse for the file wherever you downloaded it. Again, so we've got this library here for you. We always talk about the idea that we might put some holiday music in there. We haven't done it yet, but maybe this will be the year. Let this little meeting here be the, I mean, I'm basically thinking anything can happen at this point because I am dressed as a cowboy right now. So anything's possible. Like I feel like Kevin Garnett. Any day is possible. All right. So, or the guy from the Lego movie. All right. So let's keep going through here. The other thing I was going to show you guys was the, so I'll minimize this. Oh, sorry. I just want you guys to focus on this. So here is the call center tab within the mobile app, right? So this is actually a representation of my mobile phone. I will throw a disclaimer out there as I always do. Anything that pops up on the screen right now, I apologize for. But if I wanted to take myself fully offline up in the upper right-hand corner, I could click there and I could say go offline. And you're going to see it's going to pull me offline. It pulled me out of those two groups. Now I could now come back online, right? So mine. And by the way, you also have lunch, break, meeting, or other, and we can add certain things to that if you guys wanted them. They can be customized. So I'm going to go online, and you're going to see that go back. Now, let's say, again, maybe I'm working on support today, and I really don't want to take any main Hunt Group phone calls, so I can click the little, all the way to the right, there's a little arrow out the door, right? Or this is the arrow out the door. Actually, this is the arrow in the door. So don't let the hit you on the way out. So this is the support group I'm still in, and the main Hunt group I'm out of, right? So again, we've just added this functionality. If this is not something that you guys see currently, you can let us know. It is something we have to enable for folks. So again, open a ticket at support@votacall.com. Click that little link that I just showed you a minute ago and choose any one of the three. Throw a question in the chat right now. Whatever you guys need, we can handle that. And so that covers what I was going to be showing you guys, I believe. Hang on one sec.
You want to show the shared directory?
Oh, yeah. So that shared directory. I was showing the other shared directory, but yes, I'll show that shared directory. Hang on one sec. So if I go to here. No, that's not what we wanted. That's the web phone. Sorry, folks. Hang on. This one I wanted. Okay. So I go back here, cancel, and I go to users. Kyle's going to guide me through this, everybody, because but if I go here and I go to shared contacts, these are our shared contacts. So these are going to appear like when I was just in the mobile client. These will appear in the mobile client under shared, right? So you can go to all and then click shared, and those will pop up. And so you've got, this is like Park One, Eric cell, Karen cell, Dave Diaz cell, our contractor line. So these are some folks that and anyone can access these either from the web phone, if we have the directory pushed down to your phone from there, or from your mobile client. If I wanted to add somebody, I could come in and add their information, and they would now be available to anybody inside of here as well. Okay. Well, that was fun, everybody. At least we didn't get dressed up for nothing. That's a little trivia right there. If anybody can tell me what movie that's from.
All right. Any questions? Anything? Again, we're here for you. Any questions? Throw them in the questions tab or reach out. Or again, you have access to 24/7 support by calling 888-247-5500 or emailing support@votacall.com. You can also access your support portal at support.votacall.com as well.
And as we say at the end of every one of these, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate your time. They pay Kyle and I to have conversations with people. It's always great when you guys are here. Again, we're not a big marketing engine, so this is our way of just saying hi to you guys, showing you a little something about who we are and what we are. And hopefully we left you with a great impression. If not, you guys just think we're crazy at this point, but that's okay. We like to think people buy from people. So thank you for being clients, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. And if you're curious, the poll came back as Pennywise being the scariest. I think I would have to agree. I mean, I don't know if I like the newer ones or the older one better. I'm more partial to the original because that one scared me as a kid. But yeah, everybody have a great Halloween, a great rest of your week.
You know what? We got to add for the next time. The scariest thing ever for me was the little doll in the Stephen King little made for TV trilogy. It has like a little necklace on and it falls off and it chases, Andy will know, Karen, the Superman lady. It chases her around the apartment. Anyway, that was terrifying. But that's it. That's all I got for you. I'll talk to you soon, everyone. Bye-bye.
Chucky in there.
Dolls with knives are scary. All right. Bye, everyone.
I agree with that. So long.